Greetings, Sigmas. Ever wondered why the most mysterious, self-assured men are often single longer than everyone else? Why do Sigma males, the lone wolves of the male hierarchy, seem to sidestep the dating pool while everyone else is diving in headfirst? Picture this, a crowded party, loud music, shallow conversations. One man sits in the corner sipping his drink, observing, unfazed. Women glance his way, intrigued. Other men envy his calm. He's not chasing anyone, and yet he's the most magnetic presence in the room. That, my fellow Sigmas, is a glimpse into the life we're about to explore. Sigma males don't stay single because they can't find someone. They stay single because they choose to. And there's power in that choice. In today's video, we're uncovering the real reason Sigma males stay single longer than other men, and it has nothing to do with bad luck or lack of charm. It's about standards, vision, self-mastery, and something society rarely talks about, purpose over partnership. So grab a seat, Sigmas, let's dive in. Point 1. They value freedom over companionship. Sigmas thrive in solitude, not because they're antisocial, but because they're deeply self-aware. While extroverted types draw energy from crowds, Sigmas draw strength from silence. Being alone doesn't drain them, it recharges them. What makes them uncomfortable isn't solitude, it's the feeling of being trapped in situations that don't align with their values or purpose. This mindset aligns with the psychological concept of, which emphasizes autonomy, competence, and relatedness as key drivers of human motivation. Sigmas prioritize autonomy above all. When most men are out searching for someone to complete them, Sigmas focus on completing themselves, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They build their routines, chase their passions, and protect their peace. Relationships to them are not escapes from loneliness, but potential threats to their freedom if not aligned with their mission. That's why they're highly selective. For a Sigma, freedom isn't a luxury, it's sacred. And until someone comes along who respects their solitude, supports their goals, and adds value without chaos, they're perfectly content being single. Because for a Sigma, solitude isn't a void, it's power. Point 2. Sigmas despise superficiality. Let's be honest. Modern dating often feels like a reality show full of surface-level conversations, curated personas, and emotional games. It's the age of highlight reels, not honest connection. But a Sigma male? He's wired differently. He doesn't chase the glitz, the drama, or the attention. He craves depth, authenticity, and real emotional substance. This aligns with the concept of where individuals prioritize meaningful interactions over superficial ones. Studies show that emotionally intelligent people seek partners who stimulate them intellectually and emotionally, not just physically. That's exactly why Sigmas are selective. They're not afraid of being alone. In fact, solitude sharpens their focus and strengthens their values. They'd rather wait for someone who truly resonates with their soul than waste time on shallow flings. It's not about lack of options, it's about standards. In a world of fast swipes and fleeting moments, a Sigma slows things down. He's not playing the dating game. He's waiting for a connection that's real, raw, and rare. And when he finds it, he shows up fully because that's the only kind of love that matters to him. Point 3. Self-development is their priority. While many men chase women, Sigma males chase something far more fulfilling: growth. And real growth requires solitude. That alone time is where a Sigma refines his craft, builds his vision, and sharpens his mind. On a typical Saturday night, while others are swiping through dating apps or chasing fleeting attention, a Sigma is learning a new skill, starting a passion project, or developing his mental discipline. He understands the principle of a psychological concept supported by studies like the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment, which proves that those who can delay pleasure for future gain often experience greater long-term success. Sigma males aren't anti-relationship, they're just unwilling to settle. They know that becoming a man of value naturally attracts the right people, including romantic partners who align with their purpose. The Sigma's mission always comes first. Whether it's building a business, mastering a craft, or expanding knowledge, everything else, including dating, is secondary until his foundation is solid. That's not selfishness, it's strategic living. In a world where many chase distractions, the Sigma invests in himself. And ironically, That self-focus makes him more attractive than any pickup line ever could. Point 4. They don't seek validation from others. Most guys enter relationships seeking validation, to feel wanted, needed, or to reinforce their sense of masculinity. They chase affection, hoping it will confirm their value. But the Sigma male is different. He doesn't pursue relationships to fill a void or prove something to the world. He's already whole. This is known as a psychological concept where one's sense of worth comes from within rather than from external approval. Sigma males embody this. Their confidence is not based on who's interested in them or how many likes they get on social media. It's rooted in their identity, values, and purpose. Because of this, Sigmas don't jump into relationships for attention or to stroke their egos. They're selective, intentional, and emotionally independent. That's what makes their energy so magnetic. A woman senses that he doesn't her to feel complete, and ironically, that makes her want him even more. While others look for someone to define them, the Sigma already knows who he is. His strength isn't loud or flashy, it's quiet, stable, and deeply grounded. And that kind of self-assured presence is rare, respected, and undeniably attractive. Point 5. They have ultra-high standards. Sigmas aren't picky, they're precise. There's a big difference. Picky people focus on superficial traits. Precise people focus on values, energy, and long-term compatibility. A Sigma male knows exactly what he wants in a partner because he knows exactly who he is. This precision isn't rooted in arrogance, but in self-awareness. According to relationship psychology, people with strong self-identity are more selective in partnerships, not because they're difficult, but because they refuse to compromise their peace, purpose, or principles. Sigmas won't tolerate laziness, emotional neediness, or anyone who disrespects their vision. They've worked too hard building a life of independence and self-sufficiency to invite chaos into it. This is why many Sigmas are single by choice. They understand that being alone and aligned is far better than being entangled in a draining relationship. Studies show that emotionally intelligent individuals often remain single longer, not out of fear, but because of standards. Sigmas value quality over quantity in everything, especially in relationships. Until someone matches their depth, ambition, and respect for freedom, they're content walking alone. And that's not loneliness, that's strength. Point 6. They understand the cost of the wrong relationship. Most men view being single as a challenge, something to avoid or escape from. But Sigma males see it differently. They understand that being single isn't nearly as hard as being trapped in the wrong relationship. Research in psychology shows that toxic relationships can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and even depression. Studies from the University of Michigan have found that people in high-conflict relationships are at greater risk for heart disease and long-term emotional trauma. Sigmas see this damage firsthand. They've watched friends lose their edge, sacrifice their dreams, or compromise their core values just to stay with someone who drains them. That's why a Sigma male doesn't rush into relationships. He knows that peace of mind is priceless and refuses to gamble with it. He guards his solitude like treasure, only letting someone in if they add value, not chaos. To a Sigma, being single means freedom, clarity, and focus. It means building his empire, chasing his goals, and living on his own terms. The wrong relationship, that's the real prison. So while others chase love at any cost, Sigmas protect their peace like it's gold, because to them, it is. Point 7. They're hard to read, and they like it that way. Let's face it, Sigmas are mysterious by nature. They're not the kind of men who walk into a room trying to be the center of attention, nor are they eager to reveal their life story on the first date. Instead, they observe quietly, listen intently, and process everything before speaking. This self-contained nature draws people in like a magnet, particularly women, who often find the mystery irresistible. But here's where it gets interesting. This same mystery that makes them attractive also leads to misunderstanding. Psychology calls this when people don't have all the information, they tend to make assumptions to fill in the gaps. In Sigma's case, his independence and reserved demeanor are often misread as arrogance, coldness, or emotional unavailability. The truth is, Sigmas aren't playing games. They're not pretending to be distant to appear cool. They genuinely value solitude, self-reliance, and meaningful interaction over shallow connection. So when people say Sigmas are hard to get, they're not wrong. It's not a tactic. It's just who they are. In a world that rewards noise, the Sigma thrives in silence, and that quiet depth, it's not only rare, it's captivating. The real reason Sigma males stay single longer than others isn't because they can't find love. It's because they're not willing to lose themselves for it. They're not just looking for a partner. They're waiting for someone who complements their journey, not complicates it. They're not afraid of being alone. They're afraid of being derailed. And when the right one comes along, they'll step in, not as half a person seeking completion, but as a whole man sharing his world. Sigmas, if this video resonated with you, then you already know your path isn't ordinary, and neither is your mindset. You were built different. And that's not something to change, that's something to own. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to join this powerful Sigma community, and keep leveling up in silence, purpose, and strength. The world may not understand you now, but soon they won't be able to ignore you. Having said this,